Erica joins us in Jacksonville, Illinois. Erica, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Sure, Erica. What's going on?
So this is kind of a random question that we're going to ask you. Recently, my husband, he left the 9-to-5 world. It was a great job, benefits. He just wasn't, getting anything out of it anymore. Had been in it for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
We recently just purchased a juice shop in our hometown. It had been established for about a year prior to, and there was an opportunity for him to go ahead and take it. And so we kind of talked over, what can we do? Should we take the jump? Should we not take the jump? I'm a little bit more hesitant than he is, but we ultimately decided to take the jump.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been in this business for about 2 months now. So I know we are definitely still starting off, but he's very, I wouldn't say concerned, but it's the insecurities, obviously, payroll, not getting that normal paycheck, working 12 hours and not feeling like you're getting anything out of it. How do you move forward or to continue to move forward and be in the present when you've got, a dream and it costs so much to get there?
Well, what's his dream?
Well, his dream, he wants to help people. And whether it be, just at the juice shop or connecting, that's just, he wants to bring people together. And he didn't want to be tied to anything. He wanted to be able to search and motivate and move forward in that aspect.
Okay. How did he go into debt to buy this juice shop?
Yes, and we were on baby step number 2, so we did take a little bit of a hit to buy this juice shop, but it wasn't too much of a hit.
How much? How much debt is he in right now with this shop?
We're about $15,000.
Okay, and that's his sole income right now, right?
Right.
And what do you make?
So I make about $40,000.
Okay, and is he taking any money out of it right now? I know you're only 2 months in. Is he paying himself anything?
Right now, no. Just to be on the safe side, as far as product and other payroll and insurance, things. But yeah, he's not taking anything right now.
Is the company in the black?
Yes, it's breaking even basically.
Okay, it's breaking even. And how many employees does he have?
He's got about 4.
Okay. Is it in a good location, this juice shop? I mean, what's its prospects? What kind of foot traffic, or is it really slow right now? Or is it?
It is slow right now. It's the winter season over here, but it's a college town. We've got great customers that do come in, and it was established before. So, it's not that it wasn't established. It's just, the change of hand obviously may have
okay. Have you looked at the books when you bought it? I guess I'm assuming you did, and there is a season where it's better than it is right now. So if it's breaking even now, there's at least a history of it not breaking even, but actually making money.
Right. Yes.
There is
in the future. Yes, in the near future.
Okay, great. So here's what I think. You guys are in this thing now for $15,000. So he's in right now. So there's a couple things to unpack here, and we honestly don't have time to unpack what's his big dream. I think he can help people through the juice shop. I think if he makes the juice, I can't say that for some reason. If he makes the juice shop successful and he's winning and he's hiring young people from that college campus and he's investing in them, he's like Chick-fil-A. He could be like the Chick-fil-A of juice, where he's hiring these young people and teaching them character and leading them, and he's their leader, and he helps them move on because he's going to have a transient workforce. That's just the nature of it. It's an hourly deal. His workers are mostly hourly, right? That's what it's going to be. And I think that if you guys get into a place where you're not making much money, then what he's got to do is find a way to just step up, and it might be really, really difficult for a while on him physically, meaning if he had to go work, another job and he pays somebody, to do what he's doing, to actually manage it. Does he want to manage the day-to-day, or does he hire somebody with retail food experience that can manage it? Or he just gets somebody that's really young and sharp, that's got the right leadership qualities, and he pours into them. He teaches them how to manage the team. And then he's maybe working something else. So, you can own something without running something. And so I'd look at that too. I think he has to look at all those options. especially when you get to the point now. I think right now he's the chief everything officer. Let's get through this first year, and when it cycles up, he's pouring all that profit right back into the company. And he's putting the money aside so that when you have next year, you come around to this time and it's a little bit slower, it's not a taxing situation. But I mean, he needs to look at this as a good 2-year hustle. And as soon as he could replace himself in that juice shop, I would. And he can always go work a great gig in another 2-3 year period just to go, okay, I'm supporting me and my wife together. We're working together. And then I'm owning the shop. I'm not running it day to day. I think there's a lot of ways around this, but he's just got to know this is a 2 to 3 year play to get this thing really, really healthy, at least. But he can do it, and you guys can survive in the meantime. But it's like you're committed. I wouldn't, if he starts getting discouraged, welcome to entrepreneurship, know, and he needs to be focusing on the positives, which are we can pay this thing off. We can get this thing healthy. I'm going to do whatever it takes. So that's what I would tell him, and there are ways around this. So many entrepreneurs think that they've got to be in there 12 hours a day. Erica, I'd really challenge that. He doesn't have to be in there 12 hours a day. Now that, when so it's almost like this. Tell him what I said there, and maybe you two sit down and go, what would have to be true? This is such a great exercise. Get out a piece of paper and write, what would have to be true for you not to have to work 12 hours a day? You won't believe how clarifying that is. And you just write it out. Oh, okay. Well, I'd have to have somebody that I can trust to do this, this, and this. And how am I going to get those people? Well, I'm going to get people that are character and show them that I'm going to treat them like no leader has ever treated them before. So they got a safe place to make money while they're in college, somebody who respects them, someone who's going to pour into them, pay them pretty well, and stay out of their hair and trust them and let them lead. You can find people like that in a college town all day long. So he's got to replace himself. I really think the challenge is how can he own the business, not run the business? Two very different things. That's the challenge. You figure that out, what has to be true for that to be the case, you guys are going to be fine.